Hello everybody, welcome to episode 19 of the Joel Humi Show series, Swing Around Tuesday. Hey, you there! I want to remind everybody that if you end up liking this video, please consider subscribing. It's free, and you can always change your mind. And right now, YouTube says that over 90% of people that watch my videos aren't subscribed, so it would really help, and with that... Hey, it's Joel, and welcome to episode 19 of the Joel Humi Show series, Swing Around Tuesday, where today I'm going to be talking about the usual with some things regarding myself outside of YouTube, as well as some things regarding last week's videos, for those of you that may have missed any of those and want to check them out, or for those of you that also just want to hear some of the things I'm going to be talking about in today's videos regarding myself outside of YouTube as well. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about the things regarding myself outside of YouTube first, and then move on to the things regarding last week's videos as well, just to get everything out of the way quickly. So the first things I really have to mention here is I actually put up some more of the sort of rack stuff that you can see behind me that's on the wall, and I actually also hung up the 10. My stepfather Steve was kind enough to 3D print some new little pegs, I guess you could call them, that are actually large enough for the 10 to sit on, because the 10 is much larger than the pegs, so it actually wouldn't sit on it, it just fall off to the side. And thankfully now he 3D printed me some larger ones, so now the 10 is sitting there, and in my closet I'll put up sort of like an image here. Now both of the Team Associated CR12s are both sitting up, both of the Ford, that is actually technically speaking my mom's, as well as the Tioga Trail Truck, which is the one that I reviewed ages ago, aka my first RC car. I also finished painting the body for that one, so now technically speaking it actually matches the Axial SX-10-2 Cherokee build, even while the hood doesn't have the little black patch like the 10-2 does. But anyway, with that being said, those are really the only things that I've done recently, other than, obviously, as I said in the last episode, I've been talking to a relatively distant but now close friend. I reached out to them via email, and they actually replied, and now, technically speaking, they're one of my best friends, and I really am thankful being able to talk to them again. But other than those couple of things that I've just mentioned, nothing really special has happened recently, other than the usual, although I am, technically speaking, now officially back in school, and I am completely back into the swing of things, so now my life is normal again, at least as normal as my life can be in 2021, and technically speaking, I still consider this as 2020, excluding the number because, honestly, what changed? But anyway, with that being said, now let's go ahead and move on to last week's videos. So if I go ahead and swap over here, we started off last week with Sketchlicious Monday, episode 40, where I drew Fat Nuggets from the Has Been Hotel series here on YouTube, animated by VivziePop, or at least uploaded to the VivziePop channel, animated by a bunch of other people. And technically speaking, Fat Nuggets is actually from a Addict music video, which was an entire separate thing. It's related to Has Been Hotel, but Fat Nuggets, I just mentioned it because the character that I actually drew there wasn't really in the Has Been Hotel video originally. But anyway, with that being said, then on Tuesday we had Swing Around Tuesday episode 18, where I just talk a little bit about how I dropped the Axial SX-10-2 Cherokee build on the floor, and the literal weight of this actually bent the rear bumper, so I had to like smash up my table trying to bend it back, which I didn't have to, but I was being impatient and ended up smashing up my table on accident by trying to bend the thing back. So yeah, that happened. But other than that, nothing really special there. I just talked about the videos prior to last week. And then on Wednesday, we had the footage highlights of the Horizon Hobbies ECX 1 to 18th scale Ruckus 4-wheel drive monster truck. And that is actually behind the 10. It's I'm sort of sitting behind there. The camera can't see it. But it is a absolutely fun little thing. There's the only technically speaking racing rig that I have. All of my other builds that I have right now, all of my other rigs are crawlers. The 10, the 212s, my 24, and technically speaking, I do have a other 24 scale FPV car that I still have to review, but I have not had the motivation to film videos lately, so I don't really know when I'll get to that. But anyway, with that being said, on Thursday, we had episode 60 of Gaming Thursday, where I did a gameplay of the Panzer 1C, which is a absolutely amazing, really fun tank in World of Tanks. Technically speaking, by today's standards, it's actually discontinued, so if you were to go into World of Tanks and make a new account, you wouldn't actually be able to find that tank anymore. But since my account has been around since before the tank existed, existed. I still have the tank because I bought it quite a couple years ago. But anyway, with that being said, last but definitely not least is actually a video that I did, sort of like a first sort of attempt at experimenting with a new type of video called Joel Homie Tries Episode 1, and I tried Kit Kat Duos, which is a really tasty little snack. The version that I tasted actually had mint and chocolate, unlike the usual version which just has chocolate and the little wafer in the middle, and I really liked it. Although, for the couple of you that may or may not have noticed, that video was filmed in the middle of December. I still had my Christmas tree up. Just a lot of other videos that are much more important I had to get out before that, or I wanted them to come out before that video, so I kept on pushing it out, so this video ended up being sort of published over a month after it was filmed. Also, that video is suffering from the same thing that a couple of other videos did when I took my break due to COVID. I had to postpone it out further from when I was actually supposed to be posted, so yeah, it's a bit of an old video technically, but only just came out at Friday of last week. But anyway, with that being said, that's all I really have to say for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I didn't really have much to say. My apologies. Also, I'm speaking kind of fast. I don't really know why. But anyway, with that being said, I also just filmed the, I believe it's episode 41 of Sketchless Just Monday, where I actually, sort of technically speaking, redesigned one of my characters. So if you guys like to give that a watch, if you haven't already watched yesterday's video, go ahead and go do so if you'd like to. I'd greatly appreciate it. And with that being said, I was your host, Joel Homie, for today's video, and if you guys enjoyed today's video as much as I enjoyed making it,